Warfare is dangerous business, but it was also an adrenaline rush for Billy Foos.
I loved it. I loved it.
Foos served on an operational security team for the Kansas Army National Guard in Iraq.
Basically, we were security forces for agents that were doing undercover, kind of like undercover detective work. We'd go out and we'd meet sources, and we'd build news sources through those sources, so we could find out information on bad guys, basically. And we'd go out with the Iraqi armies or the Iraqi police or even the American U.S. soldiers and do our raids at nighttime.
It was Operation Enduring Freedom 2005. Foos says he had the time of his life.
When I was there, it was like the cowboy days. I mean, we didn't have any rules. We'd go to the armory, pick up weird weapons like that, and go out and do whatever we wanted, and it was a great lifestyle.
But Foos says the thrill of adventure and flushing out the bad guys came at a price when it was all over.
I am a combat vet, but it's not about seeing people with their heads flopped off. I mean, you can see that in movies. I think it's more of a love that you build for this lifestyle, and you embrace it because you have to, and then it's gone, and you're back in this other lifestyle that everybody else is used to, and you're used to this old lifestyle.
His return to civilian life was a shock to his system that led Foos down a dark and dangerous road with a different kind of enemy.
PTSD is just a funny thing because it's, even for me, it's been more of something like I'm constantly trying to find this, my void is just the rush and the lifestyle that I had to leave behind. I was drinking a lot, and I was even experimenting with drugs, and kind of just going from one to the next. Whenever I found out I couldn't handle drinking anymore, it got so bad that I figured I couldn't handle it. I moved to the next thing to fill it, and it might have been fighting, or it might have been a drug, or it might have been gambling.
But finally, Foos says something inside him said enough was enough. He checked himself into a VA inpatient rehab center at Leavenworth.
So I just don't think it was me. I think that the side of me that said, hey, this ain't me, just finally came out and took over. And but I can't explain it, to be honest. When I was in the hospital, I just cried because and it was the first time I'd ever even really cried that I could remember. And it was like I found God. Even it's hard to even explain. But I think it's because I just waved that side of me off and said I'm done with it. And I've slipped up here and there, and I've done my drinking here and there and made mistakes, but I'm different now.
And now he's on a mission to succeed in business, marketing his own brand of electronic cigarettes and making the flavored liquid for the e-cigs at his facility in Wichita.
The consumers buy our products a lot of times because we're a veteran company, and they understand that that it's a great thing to get to see a veteran come home from overseas and get to continue their life and be happy and be productive to society.
Foos says he hopes his products will help military members and veterans, many of whom are smokers, find an alternative to tobacco.
When I first joined the military, they said, if you don't smoke now, you're going to smoke soon. And really, there's a lot of hurry up to slow down. And so a lot of downtime in the military, and smoking is one way to kill downtime. For a military person, you want to be in shape. You want to be, a lot of times you don't want to get too lean. You want to have a little muscle on you, and so you can carry heavier things and be strong. And just all the different things that you need in the military, smoking inhibits it to a degree. Endurance, speed, power, just everything. And smoking's nothing more than a deterrent from all that.
Foos says his business has the potential to help a lot of people, military and civilian. He's gone from the battlefield to the business world, soldier to CEO, after fighting the enemies in Iraq and the demons that followed him home. For Veterans Coming Home, I'm Jim Grayway.